If your employer is not paying you enough to survive, why are you working for them? I get it. Things are messed up right now. I totally agree with that. The rent is too damn high. There's a lot of things going on that are causing these problems. Look, I'm a female that works in the trades. I don't get paid fairly. I've lost more than one job because of my gender. I am a skilled tradesman, and I know that. So I'm going to tell you where I'm at right now, is if I can't take care of myself and make gainful employment because I'm running into this problem, but everything I'm learning is to the contrary. This is not the right way to do things. I'm in college right now, and I'm learning. And that's all I do is constantly learn. And I think there's more people that need to do that. But if you want yourself to be better off, you need to start becoming more aware of what's going on around you. There are two models of leadership and business management types that we went over in my textbook. And one of those is the aggressive, my employees are dumb, be very assertive, treat them like they're dumb type personality that I'm sure a lot of us, if not all of us, have run into. And then there's the leadership style of treating your employees with respect and autonomy, helping them grow and helping them learn. So I'm just stating the facts off of what I'm learning in my studies, and there's a reason why I want you to understand this. When you treat people poorly and you don't pay them enough to survive, you have less efficacy in the workplace. When employees are making a living wage, they are more likely to perform. This has been studied. I have seen this over and over and over again. When you have diversity in the workplace, you have more innovation, you have more input, more ideas that will help your business perform. When there's more people with more perspectives providing their input, you have the platform that you need to succeed. What I feel like I've come to understand is that what I'm seeing going on in the world with the mentality of a lot of people that I run into and things that are going on in this country is a scarcity mindset that's going on amongst a lot of individuals that seem to have this perception that we need to stab each other in the back and steal from each other and treat each other poorly and engage in things like workplace sabotage to try and survive. And that is the wrong way to go about things. We will have more output, more financial gain in general as individuals, as businesses, as a country, and as a whole, as a society, if we treat each other with respect, listen to each other, and behave kindly. And so what I'm suggesting is if you're down and out right now, that you open your eyes and pay attention to what's really going on here, because I'm telling you that the truth of the matter is that these people who are doing this kind of stuff and robbing the public and robbing each other and stealing from each other and treating each other like crap are wrong. And it's ineffective. And it's not the right way to go about things. And because of the fact that there are so many people that are doing that right now, there is a tremendous need in society. The rent is too damn high, right? So who's doing that? It's lobbyists and people in control that have the money that are trying to take advantage of the political situation. And so I'm suggesting that we use capitalism and encourage capitalism to cannibalize itself. And what I'm saying is that there are ideas that came from the past that are no longer effective. And data is coming out and showing that things that were done before are no longer effective. So what that means is that somebody who may be significantly older than me and went to college years ago may have learned this aggressive style of management in school. And it's not effective. And there are too many businesses putting this method into place. And a lot of people who are not educated running businesses. And these corporations are hiring lobbyists to go and influence our political system. I want people to go and learn up about what happened with the Enron scandal, because what took place with that is these people were manipulating the stock market and engaging in what's called accounting fraud and pretty much stealing money from the public. But the thing to know about Enron is that they were George W. Bush's largest campaign contributor. With stolen money, they had an influence on politics, and their executives wound up in jail. But the things that they did with their money can never be reversed. That company went under. People who went to college and spent years of their lives invested trying to do the right thing by going on with a Fortune 500 company, that company tanked in 1 year. You are going to have to work harder than usual right now. That's just the way things are. Inflation doesn't go down if wages don't stagnate, which means that most of us should be working 2 jobs. I'm not advocating for what's going on. I just don't think that there's any reason to believe that the Federal Reserve is going to come out and bail us out of this recession. I have no reason to believe, with everything I've seen in my life, that the federal government or our politicians has any vested interest in assisting the public in dealing with these problems and acting in the better interest of the general public or the Commonwealth. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're tired of being broke and tired of being treated poorly and tired of scraping to get by and living in this way, then you need to stand up and have enough self-respect to say, I am not going to live like this. My life has value, and I'm going to do what I need to do better for myself. And that means that if your employer's not paying you a living wage, if you're being forced into poverty due to some form of discrimination, that you need to decide that I am not going to live this way, and I am going to find a way to change these circumstances and realize that a 9-to-5 job working 40 hours a week for less than $24 an hour, because if you want to keep a roof over your head right now in the United States, you need to be making a minimum of $24 an hour across the board, regardless of which state you're in. That is the current cost of living. You need to do better. It's on you now to look at your life and say, what am I doing wrong? But I'm telling you right now that there is a tremendous opportunity taking place right now for those who are willing to put in the hours and say, I'm done with this, and be frustrated enough to go out there and start a business and pay your employees a living wage and behave ethically. And I just, if we were to do that as a society and all of us step up, and it is that time, I believe, for people to move forward and stop relying on others to just take care of you. We're dealing with an aging workforce, and this is not meant to be any form of like discriminatory or hate speech. This is just the cycle of the economy. Millennials need to start moving into these leadership positions, because there's going to come a time where you are going to become that elder. You are going to age. We're all getting older. All of us. And people need to start moving in where people are leaving the workforce. And that does mean starting new businesses. But if people cannot afford rent or a place to live, and the government continues to claim that this is a housing shortage, when we all know that there's plenty of vacant buildings all over the place, then we have a responsibility to start standing up to this. If I can make enough money to start various operations, I will build an apartment complex and house my employees if we're going to do things this way and stand up and do the right thing. And I'm telling you right now that there is a lot of money to be made in doing the right thing. You need to figure out how to make it profitable, team up with other businesses, start from scratch. How can I make enough money to live with what I have right now? Figure it out. Go online, get educated. The most important thing you need to do right now is get educated. There's a lot of hateful crap and stupid things going on right now, and you need to not be part of that. It's time to